Have you ever heard someone say something like, she happy or, I don't know, I hungry, and thought it sounded just a bit, well, off?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
completely off. It's like,
Like a broken robot trying to process human emotion?
yes.
Or like a caveman who just wandered into a modern coffee shop or something?
Oh, right. Yeah. It really jars the brain. I mean, you immediately feel that something fundamental is just missing there.
Even if you can't put your finger on the exact rule they broke, right?
Exactly. The whole sentence basically just collapses.
Well, welcome to another deep dive, everyone. I am your host, the friend who is endlessly curious and always dragging you down these fascinating new rabbit holes.
And hello, everyone. I'm your resident expert for today. I'm just thrilled to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. You have this amazing ability to take complex ideas and, show us the hidden machinery running beneath them.
Oh, thank you. My goal today is really to help you see that the things we often dismiss as, like, boring rules are actually the most powerful tools we have.
I love that.
Because, knowing a rule is fine, but understanding why it exists, that actually changes how you see the world.
And today, we have an incredibly fun mission. We are stepping into the invisible, magical world of three specific words.
Three very tiny words.
Yes, we're looking at is, am, and are. Now, in the notes we gathered for this deep dive, these three are actually described as grammar superheroes.
I really love that framing, by the way.
Right. It's so good. We're going to discover how these three tiny words sort of sweep in to rescue our sentences.
Yeah, turning those choppy, broken thoughts into a complete, meaningful reality.
So it's a perfect metaphor.
It really is. And I know the word grammar can trigger some terrible flashbacks for people.
Oh my gosh, yes. Dusty textbooks and like red ink all over your tests.
Exactly. But if we strip away the academic jargon, is, am, and are basically just forms of the verb to be.
To be, okay?
Yeah. They are the foundational tools humans use to declare their very existence.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking about pure existence here.
Precisely. I mean, they help us talk about who we are, what someone is doing in this exact moment, our emotional states,
Right.
our physical locations, our conditions. Without them, you literally cannot tell someone that it is raining.
Or that you're standing in a dangerous spot.
Right.
Right.
Or that you are overjoyed. They serve as this critical bridge between a subject and the reality of their situation.
I really want to latch onto that idea of them being the bridge to reality.
Okay, yeah.
Before we get into the mechanics of how each one works,
Uh-huh.
let's just visualize this superhero concept. Imagine a world without these words.
Oh, it would be total chaos. Sentences just falling apart in midair.
You're walking down the street, and there's a linguistic emergency, people running around shouting, she happy, and they playing cricket.
Right. It completely lacks cohesion. I mean, the human brain craves connection, right?
Yeah, totally.
And without these helping verbs, language loses its connective tissue entirely.
And that is exactly where our three superheroes enter the scene. Let's start with the first one.
The most exclusive one.
Yes. Honestly, this one is fascinating to me because of its exclusivity. It operates like a very strict bouncer at a VIP club.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
So let's talk about am.
I am the most fiercely loyal word in the English language.
It really is. I mean, in the entire English dictionary, am has only one partner. Just one.
Yep. And that partner is I.
We only ever use am with I. It's like this unbreakable bond.
It functions as a totally exclusive partnership. You say, I am happy, or I am learning English.
Or I am hungry.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
language itself isolates the self and gives it a dedicated verb.
I just picture am standing there, crossing its arms, refusing to work with anyone else.
Yeah, but...
Well, wait, I want to push back on this for a second, or at least dig into the why of it all.
Yeah.
Why does English do this?
That's a great question.
Why do we need a separate word just for the self?
Well, it's actually a brilliant philosophical quirk of the language. Am is the anchor for our personal reality.
Hmm.
Think about the philosopher Descartes saying, I think, therefore I am. The language recognizes that your subjective experience is unique to you.
Like your hunger or your joy.
Exactly, your physical location, all of it. It's entirely unique to you, so it gives you a unique linguistic tool to express it.
Oh, I see.
Am is essentially a boundary line for the ego.
Oh, wow, that makes so much sense. It actually reminds me of photography, weirdly enough.
Photography, how so?
Well, if we think of these words as camera lenses, am is the ultimate macro lens.
A macro lens. Okay, break that down for me.
Yeah, so a macro lens lets you focus incredibly closely on one tiny specific subject yourself Everything else in the background just blurs out.
Oh, I love that.
It's entirely inward-looking. Let's actually look at the mini-story from our sources about a girl named Divya
Mhm.
to see this macro lens in action.
Right, let's set the scene. So Divya wakes up in the morning.
Okay.
The alarm goes off, she stretches, and before she interacts with anyone else in the world, she establishes her own internal reality.
She says, I am sleepy,
Exactly. Then she looks at the clock on her nightstand.
and goes, oh no, I am late for school.
Right. And then her mother calls up the stairs, asking if she's dressed. Divya yells back,
I am not ready yet.
yeah. Every single time she refers to her own condition or feeling, she uses that exclusive macro lens.
But let's look at what happens when the wire gets crossed. What if someone tries to break this ironclad rule?
It doesn't go well.
Like, what if someone points across the room at a friend and says, he am tired?
Oh, man. The instinctual alarms in our brains just start going off instantly.
The grammar police have arrived.
Seriously.
Mm.
It feels deeply uncomfortable to a fluent speaker's ear.
Because you're trying to use the macro lens of the self on someone else's reality.
Right.
You can't say he am tired because you aren't him. You can only be yourself.
Exactly. The correct sentence, obviously, is he is tired.
Which perfectly transitions us to the next phase of human interaction.
Yeah, because once a speaker establishes their own existence using am, they inevitably have to look outward.
Right. They have to interact with the rest of the world.
And since am is exclusively taken by I, the language needs a new mechanism.
Because I can't just point at a stray dog on the street and say, the dog am barking.
Oh no. The linguistic alarms would ring again. So we call in our second superhero.
Enter the word is.
Yes, is takes the stage.
So tell us about the mechanism behind is.
Well, is built to handle singular entities. It loves to work with one person, one animal, or one thing.
It's just one.
Just one. That means it pairs with pronouns like he, she, or it.
So we're talking about strict isolation here, but external to ourselves.
Yes, precisely. He is smart. She is dancing. It is raining. The dog is barking.
Got it.
Whenever you have a single standalone subject that is not yourself and not the person you are directly talking to,
Right.
is takes the job.
Let me bring in a hilarious real-life example from our notes that shows this perfectly.
Oh, please do.
Picture a chaotic, busy classroom. The teacher is taking attendance and notices an empty desk in the middle row. She asks the class, where is Rohan?
Notice she naturally uses is because Rohan is just one individual person.
A single entity. So a friend of his replies, Rohan is sleeping in class again.
Huh. Poor Rohan is about to get caught.
Right. But then another student looks down the hallway, panics, and yells, the teacher's coming.
Oh, no.
And miraculously, Rohan is awake.
That is just a beautifully structured sequence of events, grammatically speaking.
It really is.
Notice how the reality of that room is built entirely on singular pillars. Rohan is sleeping. The teacher I is coming. Rohan is awake.
The grammar isolates each person's action perfectly.
That it really does.
So if am is a macro lens, it's like a spotlight. Or maybe a portrait lens.
Oh, a spotlight. I like that. Let's explore that visual.
Okay, imagine a dark theater stage. The word is operates like a single, highly focused beam of light.
Just shining down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It only has the capacity to shine on one person or one thing at a time. It forces the audience to ignore everything else in the room and look only at the illuminated subject.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. If you put one cat on the stage, the spotlight hits the cat and you say, the cat is cute. If you hold up a mobile phone, the spotlight hits it and you declare, my phone is expensive.
It is the sheer power of singularity.
Yes.
That analogy reviews the underlying psychology so well. The word is isolates the individual.
Right.
It forces us to acknowledge the specific state of one unique thing. One girl, she is singing. One friend, Rahul is my friend.
But you know, the world isn't just made of isolated individuals standing in spotlights.
No, it isn't.
What superhero do we call when the stage fills up? When the spotlight isn't wide enough to capture everyone?
Then we need to change our lens entirely. We bring in our third superhero, R.
R is the crowd pleaser, the life of the party.
It really is. R handles the plural reality, while is deals with the singular R, thrives on groups. It pairs with we, they, and any plural nouns. We are friends. They are playing football. The children are laughing.
And we also use it with you, right? Which, I mean, that can sometimes confuse people.
Yeah, that's a vital point. R always pairs with you, regardless of whether you are speaking to one single person or a stadium filled with 50,000 people.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. "You are amazing" works for the individual listener right now, and it works for a whole crowd.
I want to share this story from the source material because it captures the true vibe of R.
Let's hear it.
Okay, imagine three friends walking into a very fancy, upscale restaurant. They're dressed casually, maybe being a bit loud, clearly out of place.
We've all been there.
The snooty waiter walks up, looks them up and down with intense judgment, and asks, "Who are you people?"
So the waiter is trying to isolate them, to make them feel small.
Yes, but the friends don't let him. They remain totally unbothered and reply proudly as a unified group. The first friend says, "We are hungry." The second one chimes in, "We are broke." And the third friend holds up a phone, snaps a picture, and says, "We are here only for selfies."
That is hilarious. I love the defiance in that.
But linguistically, look at what they did. They formed a united front. We are.
Yeah, this is where grammar becomes sociology, really.
Oh, say more about that.
Well, R is essentially the glue that binds collective experiences. If is isolates the individual, R builds a community.
Wow.
When those friends say we are hungry, they are taking three isolated individual experiences of hunger and forging them into a shared condition.
They create a community with a single helping verb.
Exactly.
That is so profound. To carry on our camera analogy,
Let's do it.
if am is the macro lens and is the portrait lens, then R is the wide angle lens.
Oh, perfect.
Right. It pulls back to capture the entire landscape. It takes a group of separate individuals and turns them into a cohesive they or we.
The wide angle lens. I think that perfectly completes the trio.
Okay, so up to this point, we focused heavily on conditions, emotions, and static descriptions.
Yeah, being hungry, being tired, being a friend.
But reality is constantly moving. What happens when our grammar superheroes get active?
Action verbs, right.
Yeah. What happens when we want to talk about actions happening right now?
Well, this is where these three helping verbs truly act as engines for our sentences. They are absolutely crucial when we use action verbs ending in ing.
Ah, the ing words. Jumping, running, laughing, podcasting.
Right. In grammatical terms, we call this the present continuous tense.
Present continuous.
It describes an action that is actively unfolding in the present moment. And the formula is beautifully simple, honestly.
What's the formula?
You take your subject, you add the correct superhero helping verb is, am, or are, and then you attach your ing action word.
It creates such a vivid, moving picture in the mind. Let's walk through a morning routine to see how seamlessly these lenses switch back and forth in real life.
Yeah, let's do it.
Imagine a bustling household. Listen to the verbs here. I am brushing my teeth. Mom is cooking breakfast. Dad is reading the newspaper. We are getting ready for school. The birds are singing.
That is a cinematic sweep of a morning right there.
Right?
And if you look closely, the underlying machinery is working flawlessly. I pairs with the macro lens am brushing.
Yep.
Mom, a single entity, pairs with the spotlight is cooking. Dad pairs with is reading.
And then the lens pulls back wide.
Exactly. We, a group, pairs with are getting ready. And finally, the birds, plural, pairs with are singing.
It's like a perfectly choreographed dance. But as someone who has tried to learn other languages, I know that keeping these steps straight in real time is really tough.
Oh, it's very difficult.
Sometimes the choreography falls apart. Which brings us to another great classroom story.
The classroom is always the best testing ground for grammar, honestly.
So the teacher looks at a student who is giggling uncontrollably in the back row. The teacher demands, "Why are you laughing?" And the student points across the room and says, "Because Rahul is sleeping with open eyes."
That is terrifying, honestly, but grammatically impeccable. Rahul is sleeping. Singular subject, singular spotlight.
It gets better.
Oh, boy.
The teacher turns to another student who is standing awkwardly next to his desk. The teacher asks, "And why are you standing?" And the student looks incredibly sad and replies, "Because my chair is broken."
The tragedy of the broken chair. My chair is broken. Again, singular subject is.
But let me ask you this as the expert.
Sure.
When people are learning this, or just, speaking quickly, where do the gears typically grind to a halt? What are the mix-ups?
Well, the most frequent mistakes happen when someone tries to force the wrong lens onto a subject.
Like what?
For instance, overgeneralizing the word is. A beginner might say, I is happy.
Oof, and the brain just rejects it.
It really does. We know that I demands its loyal partner am. I am happy. Another common friction point is mixing singular and plural boundaries. You might hear they is playing or she are dancing.
She are dancing feels incredibly heavy in the mouth. It actually takes more effort to say.
It clashes cognitively. They is a plural group, so it requires the wide angle are. They are playing.
Got it.
She is an isolated individual, requiring the spotlight is she is dancing.
I have to be honest, though. If you're a beginner, or even just someone nervous in a high-stakes conversation,
Yeah, the nerves get to you.
trying to remember macro lenses and spotlights and wide angles while translating thoughts in real time, it can cause pure panic.
Oh, absolutely.
How do we bypass the panic?
The panic is a completely normal part of language processing. When your cognitive load is too high, you freeze.
Right, deer in headlights.
So we need to reduce the cognitive load. We do that by turning all of this philosophy into a simple 3-part code.
Ooh, a memory code. I am ready.
It's a rapid recall triangle. Rule 1, AM equals only for I.
Oof.
Rule 2, IS equals for one. Rule 3, R equals for many.
That cuts right through the noise. Let me repeat that so it sinks in for our listeners.
Go for it.
Am is only for I. I's is for one. R is for many. That is the ultimate cheat code right there.
If you internalize that basic triangle, your brain will automatically select the right helping verb before you even realize you're speaking.
Let's test that code in a dynamic scenario. Let's put all 3 of our grammar superheroes into one room and see how they interact.
Okay.
Let's look at the grammar party.
A grammar party. I love it. Set the scene for us.
Okay, so the 3 friends is, am, and are arrive at a massive house party. The music is loud. People are everywhere.
A real rager.
Exactly. Am walks through the front door, takes a deep breath, and declares, I am excited.
The macro lens goes up. Perfect use of am for the internal state.
Then Is looks over at the center of the room, points a finger, and says, she is dancing beautifully.
The spotlight snaps onto a single individual.
Finally, Art looks at the huge crowd of people wandering aimlessly near the empty buffet tables and shouts, we're ready for food.
The wide-angle lens captures the collective need of the crowd.
And then the defining moment of any good party happens.
What's that?
The pizza delivery arrives.
Ah, the great unifier.
Suddenly, all the lenses are firing perfectly. Someone points to the open box and says, this pizza is amazing.
Okay, is for the singular pizza.
The crowd cheers as one voice, we are hungry!
For the collective group.
And one very confident person steps up to the box and declares, I am taking the biggest slice.
It's a flawless sequence. When you know the rules, the language flows effortlessly to describe every shifting reality in the room.
From the singular pizza to the hungry crowd to the individual's desire for a slice.
Exactly.
All right, listener, we are putting you in the hot seat now.
Uh-oh.
It is time for a rapid-fire reflex test. I'm going to read a short sentence with the blank space in it.
Okay, play along, everyone.
If you're listening, whether you're driving, doing dishes, or taking a walk, I want you to say the missing word out loud before our expert fills it in.
Let's see how deeply wired this code is in your subconscious.
Let's see how fast those linguistic synapses are firing.
Ah.
Here we go. Sentence number 1, she, my best friend.
She is my best friend. She is one person, so we use the spotlight.
Sentence number 2, I learning English.
I am learning English. The macro lens only ever pairs with I.
Moving fast. Number 3, they playing cricket.
They are playing cricket.
Yeah.
They is a group, so we need the wide angle lens.
Number 4, the dog barking.
Is. The dog is barking. One animal, one spotlight.
And the final test, number 5, we excited for the trip.
We are excited for the trip
Really?
because we represents a collective crowd.
Wow, excellent. If you were shouting those answers out loud, you just proved that your brain can process these complex rules in milliseconds.
And hey, if you hesitated on one or two, that just means the neural pathway is still being built.
Fairly normal.
Yeah, that's the entire purpose of practice. It removes the hesitation.
Let's do a final lightning-fast revision to lock the vault permanently. The code is simple.
Go for it.
I equals am. One person or thing equals is. Many people or things equals are.
It is elegant in its simplicity. I am, he is, they are. Once you see the pattern, you really can't unsee it.
The era of sounding like a broken robot is officially over. We have the tools to build a clear, confident reality.
We absolutely do. But before we sign off, I actually want to leave you with something to chew on.
Oh, I love a good final thought.
We've spent this entire deep dive exploring how is, am, and are the verbs of existence. They are how we anchor ourselves and our communities in reality.
Yeah, we called them the bridge to reality right at the start.
Exactly. I want you to think specifically about the immense psychological weight of the phrase I am.
Wow, okay.
It is the ultimate declaration of self. Your brain listens very closely to the words you attach to that phrase.
That's so true.
If you wake up and say, I am stressed, your reality forms around that spotlight.
Oh, wow. The language physically shapes the mindset.
It does. So my question for you to ponder today is this. If these helping verbs are the tools we use to define existence, how much power do you hold every single time you choose to say I am?
That's powerful.
What reality are you going to create with your helping verbs today?
What reality are you going to create? I mean, that transforms grammar from a set of rules into a tool for building your own universe. I absolutely love that.
Thanks.
Thank you so much to everyone for joining us on this deep dive. Go out there, use your words wisely, and build an incredible reality today. We will catch you next time.